beautiful afternoon. Today is Sunday, the 24th day of August, 2025. This is the news hour on TV Sapiencia. My name is Somto Okafo. You're welcome. The Nigerian Air Force, NAF, has said its precision air interdiction carried out in the early hours of Saturday by the air component of Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai killed more than 35 terrorist fighters who had converged near the Nigerian-Cameroon border following an attempted attack on ground troops at Kumshe. A statement issued by the Director of Public Relations and Information, NAF Air Commodore Ehimen Ejodame, explained that the successful airstrikes followed intensified efforts by the air component to dominate the battle space and deny terrorists freedom of action in the northeast. While applauding the professionalism of the air crew, the Chief of the Air Staff, CAS, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, stated that the NAF would sustain aggressive and intelligence-driven air operations to ensure the complete degradation of terrorist elements threatening Nigeria's sovereignty. The Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has called on President Bola Tinubu to immediately suspend a proposed salary increase for political office holders, including the President, Vice President, governors, their deputies, and lawmakers. The organization, in a letter dated August 23, 2025, signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, labeled the proposal as patently unlawful and unconstitutional. It urged Tinubu to direct the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission to halt the pay rise, which it argues violates Nigeria's constitution and international human rights obligations. SERAP also called on the President and Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi-San, to comply with a 2021 Federal High Court ruling by Justice Chuka Austin Obiozo, which mandated that the RMAFC to review and reduce lawmakers' salaries to reflect Nigeria's economic realities. SERAP criticized the RMAFC for prioritizing salary increases for politicians at a time when over 133 million Nigerians live in poverty and many state governments struggle to pay workers' salaries and positions. SERAP urged Tinubu to reject the pay rise and encourage other political leaders to do the same, warning that failure to act within 7 days could lead to legal action to enforce compliance. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has warned Nigerians about the circulation of counterfeit 12-gram cowbell owl milk sachets across the country. In a statement issued on Friday, the agency explained that the counterfeit product imitates the discontinued cowbell owl milk packaging, which Promacedo Nigeria Limited stopped producing in September 2023. The legitimate product was replaced with cowbell owl creamy goodness, according to NAFDAC. The fake sachets unlawfully bear the cowbell brand name, NAFDAC registration number, and packaging design, despite not being manufactured or distributed by Promacedo. The regulator raised concerns over the health risks posed by the counterfeit products. NAFDAC warned about the consumption of counterfeit milk. The counterfeit milk poses serious health hazards, including exposure to toxic chemicals, unapproved additives, or diluted ingredients. Risks include foodborne illnesses, allergic reactions, and organ damage, and in severe cases, deaths. Infants, children, pregnant women, and the elderly are particularly vulnerable. The agency urged Nigerians to be vigilant, avoid purchasing the counterfeit sachets, and report any suspected fake product to the agency. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has invited Nigerians who fell victim to the fraudulent cryptocurrency platform, Crypto Bridge Exchange, CBEX, to report to its zonal offices in Ibadan and Lagos to support ongoing investigations. The agency extended the invitation in a statement issued by its head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewale, in Ibadan, Oyo State on Friday, August 23. According to the anti-graft agency, CBEX lured unsuspecting investors with promises of unrealistic returns, causing significant financial losses to many individuals. The digital trading platform collapsed in April this year, with its victims losing over 1 billion naira in investment. The Muslim Council in Jalingo town of Taraba State has banned Muslims from organizing all forms of wedding parties. The wedding parties banned include Kwayawa Day, also known as Villagers Day, and Ajo parties, during which youths, including young boys and girls, dress in tattered clothes and dance mostly from evening to night in the name of wedding party. The ban was jointly agreed upon by all the imams in Jalingo under the Muslim Council of Taraba State, together with traditional rulers and with the support of authorities. The ban was the main subject of sermon delivered by all imams of Juma Mosque in Jalingo during last Friday prayers. The council warned that any Muslim that violates the ban, no imam will officiate the wedding contract in his house. The ban also stopped imams or clerics from offering funeral prayers when death occurs in the household of those that violate the order. The Muslim Council therefore advised all Muslims in Jalingo to comply with the new ruling, which was aimed at installing sanity, fear of God, and discipline among Muslim community. The Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs, Mohammed Saad Abubakar, has announced that Monday, August 25, 2025, as the first day of Rabiul Awal 1447. This is contained in a statement released on Saturday by the Wazirin Sokoto and Chairman of the Sultanate Council Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Professor Sambo Junaidu. Professor Junaidu said the declaration followed reports from the Sultanate Council Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs in conjunction with the National Moon Sighting Committee, which confirmed that no sighting of the new crescent was received from moon sighting committees across the country on Saturday, 23rd August 2025, corresponding to 29th Safar 1447. He explained that Sunday, 24th August today, would therefore be the 30th day of Safar, thereby making Monday the first day of Rabiul Awal 1447. The Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum, has denied claims by a political activist, Omoyele Sowore, that his administration operates a torture chamber in Maiduguri, where bad governance protesters were being detained. Sowore, who contested the 2023 presidential election on the platform of the African Action Congress, had alleged in a series of social media posts that the governor maintained a detention facility known as the Crack FC, where protesters were held for over a year. He also accused Zulum of diverting billions of naira into programs for Boko Haram insurgents while jailing minors arrested during the protest. But speaking in a phone interview with Sunday Punch, Zulum's senior technical assistant on print and digital communications, Abdurrahman Bundi, described the allegations as baseless and fabricated. He further explained that funds channeled into the radicalization, rehabilitation, and reintegration program were not meant for insurgents alone, but also for victims of Boko Haram's atrocities. He urged members of the public to access the DRL document on the internet space in order not to become victims of misinformation. The Anambra State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of a 45-year-old Chinese national, Mu Huangqing, for alleged involvement in illegal mining activities in Aguleri, Anambra East Local Government. Police spokesperson SP Tochukwu Ikenga said Quang's arrest was made possible through the collaboration of the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, and the enforcement team of Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra, a state-backed task force responsible for promoting environmental order and sustainability. Ikenga stressed that the arrest demonstrated the effectiveness of interagency cooperation in enforcing laws against illegal mining, which remains a growing concern in Anambra and other parts of the country. Nigeria's Mineral and Mining Act 1999 prohibits mining without a license, vesting ownership of mineral resources in the federal government and granting exploration and mining rights through the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development. However, weak enforcement has allowed illegal operators, both local and foreigners, to thrive across mining communities. Authorities in Anambra said Kwiang will be prosecuted once investigations are concluded. Also in Anambra State, the police authorities have arrested a 65-year-old man identified as Akpan Godwin, found with over 1,000 rounds of live ammunition in the commercial city of Onitsha. Disclosing this to newsmen, the spokesperson of the command, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, disclosed this in a statement on Saturday, August 23rd. According to him, operatives of the Rapid Response Squad attached to Okozo arrested Godwin on Friday at Mpo, near Onitsha. The command spokesperson said that during interrogation, Godwin confessed to being involved in the illegal sale of ammunition and also mentioned other individuals linked to the illicit trade. According to Ikenga, investigations are ongoing to track down his collaborators and dismantle the wider networks supplying arms in the states. And lastly, on the foreign news, Ukraine launched a wave of drone strikes on Russia today, Sunday, triggering a fire at a nuclear power plant as it celebrated Ukrainian Independence Day against a backdrop of fading hopes for recent peace efforts. After a flurry diplomacy and a push by U.S. President Donald Trump to broker a summit between his Russian and Ukrainian counterparts, the prospect for peace appeared to stall on Friday when Russia ruled out any immediate meeting between Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky. The 3.5-year war, which has killed tens of thousands of people, has ground to a virtual stalemate, though Russia has managed to eke out recent advances in a grinding offensive, including claiming 2 villages in the eastern Donetsk region on Saturday. Ukraine hit back on Sunday by sending drones on fresh attacks on Russian territory, including one that was shot down over the Kursk nuclear power plant in western Russia, which detonated upon impact and sparked a fire, according to the facility. All right, that was the news hour on TV Sapiencia. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, my name is Somto Okafor. Good afternoon once again, and thank you for choosing TV Sapiencia. I wish you a fantastic Sunday.